Barcelona can finally breathe again. No more doubts, no more lies. Today, the page turns. Official, FC Barcelona is back in line with financial fair play, aligned with the famous 1:1 rule. Yes, you heard that right. Barcelona is getting back on track, regaining its freedom, and from this moment on, can finally register all the players blocked by these constraints. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here, we tell you the truth about Barcelona, unfiltered, with all the Blaugrana firepower. No more half-truths, no more media fog, no more sensationalist headlines. Today, I'll explain how this miracle happened, what it changes, and why it's a before and after for the club's sporting project. And I'll say it straight, Joan Garcia, Marcus Rashford, Wojciech Szczesny, and Gerard Martin are now part of the equation. These names, so often blocked, so often mocked, are finally becoming a reality. Thanks to the 1:1 rule, Barcelona can register them. But that's not all. The club can finally plan with confidence, without quick fixes, without improvisation, with the authority it so desperately lacked. Remember those months when we were told it was impossible, that the club was doomed, that there would never be any wiggle room? Today, those narratives collapse. Because a club like FC Barcelona, when it focuses, when it gets its finances in order, when it makes bold decisions, turns the impossible into routine. You wanted certainty. Here it is. You wanted a project. Here it is. Barcelona is regaining regulatory normalcy, and with it, strength in the boardroom, coherence in the squad, and ambition on the pitch. So, where to begin? How did we get here? What does this mean for La Liga, for the transfer market, for the 2025 to 2026 season? What's behind us, and what starts now? I'll break it all down for you, step by step, with the Blaugrana pride that defines us. What is the 1:1 rule? In the context of La Liga, it means a club can spend €1 on wages for every euro it generates. In other words, Barcelona regains operational freedom. No more shackles forcing it to generate multiple revenues for every euro spent. No more last-minute acrobatics, no more amortization calculated to the thousandth, no more precarious balances. The 1:1 rule is the gateway to serene planning, without constantly looking in the rearview mirror. For seasons, Barcelona was subjected to draconian conditions, inherited from years of financial mismanagement. The result, player registrations hanging by a thread, last-minute moves, tension, media noise, uncertainty. The famous levers weren't a whim, they were a tool to normalize, buy time, and reduce pressure. Today, that time has turned into structure. And this structure allows the club to prepare for the 2025 to 2026 season with seriousness and a will to win. Why is this so important? Because, sportingly, Barcelona will no longer have to subordinate its strategy to the most rigid math. Because the dressing room regains serenity. Those who are here stay, those who arrive, arrive. No stress, no uncertainty. Because in the transfer market, Barcelona becomes a full-fledged player again, on equal footing with the other giants. And above all, because the narrative of "they can't," the story that has harmed the club so much, is erased today. Now, the question is no longer, can Barcelona? But, how does Barcelona want to win? A crucial nuance. How did we reach the 1:1 rule? Through concrete decisions. First, by organizing the wage bill. Not just a one-off reduction, but a deep restructuring. Contracts that respect a logical pyramid, coherent clauses, without the domino effect that threw everything off balance at the slightest hiccup. Then, by increasing stable, diversified revenue, not just one-off windfalls. What revenues? Commercial deals, strategic partnerships, optimized ticketing, leveraging the Barcelona brand, and, above all, enhancing the Barcelona product through competitiveness and its global narrative. Finally, a policy of amortization and transfers aligned with the sporting project. When Barcelona sells, it's no longer just for cash flow, but because the sporting and economic sides go hand in hand. The result? A return to the 1:1 rule, and with it, the peace of mind to register players without juggling the calculator until the last minute. Joan Garcia. A goalkeeper who embodies both the future and the present. Lightning reflexes, bravery in duels, and footwork that allows the team to build from the back. In a Barcelona philosophy, where the build-up defines the first meters of every attack, Joan brings security and projection. His registration isn't just a formality, It's a statement of intent. Barcelona isn't just looking for a reliable pair of gloves, but a goalkeeper who directs the system. A wall, but also a first passer. Wojciech Szczesny. Proven experience. Leadership, game reading, that reliability that makes the difference when the pressure mounts. Szczesny is the art of the modern goalkeeper. Knowing when to speed up, when to slow down, how to position his defensive line, how to reduce the opponent's shooting angle with his mere presence. In a long season, with La Liga, Europe, and Cups, having this certainty at the back is an invaluable asset. His registration, made possible by the 1-to-1 rule, is no longer an impossible equation, but a no-brainer. Marcus Rashford. Pure speed, runs in behind, a venomous strike, offensive versatility. Rashford is the player who pushes defenses back 10 meters just by his threat. In a Barcelona side looking to regain its aggression in transitions, needing intelligent width, he is a constant game-changer. He can play left wing, mobile striker, or even, in tight games, cut inside to find space where no one else sees it. His registration changes matches, changes game plans, changes the opponent's dynamic. The respect his name commands pushes lines back, and that opens highways for Barcelona's homegrown talent. Gerard Martín. A pure La Masia product. A silent worker, versatile, with a competitive edge that makes the difference. He's the kind of player who balances a 50-game season, who provides quality minutes, who reminds us why La Masia is more than a slogan. With his registration now possible, Gerard Martín integrates naturally, without stress, ready to provide solutions in multiple roles. In such a packed season, a Canterano who understands the first-team rhythm is a quiet luxury, but a decisive one. Together, these four names transform Barcelona's planning. The goalkeeping is covered, with experience and future. The attack gains a global threat. And most importantly, internal competition steps up a notch. No one can rest. Everyone knows there are alternatives. That's how you build championship teams, with quality, hierarchy, and healthy pressure for places. The 1:1 rule also marks the end of an era of resistance. No more doubts, no more sterile controversies. Barcelona has proven it can discipline itself, structure itself, and rejoin the race on the same terms as everyone else. No cheating, no excuses. This sends a clear message to those who tried to make Barcelona a cautionary tale, an example of what not to do. Today, the example is different. A club that complies, organizes itself, and becomes competitive again. And now, the 2025 to 2026 season is shaping up under the best auspices. Barcelona can finally look ahead with a clear structure. Key players will be registered on time, the coach will have his core squad from day one, and the always demanding schedule will find a team with defined rotations and stable hierarchies. The 1:1 rule isn't just a number. It's the gateway to a new era. An era of construction, ambition, and, above all, unshackled competition. La Masia, the beating heart of the club. With the 1:1 rule, what opens up isn't a checkbook, but a balanced path between homegrown talent and external reinforcements. Gerard Martín is the symbol, proof that Barcelona hasn't forgotten those who knock on the door with football and character. On the contrary, it welcomes them with open arms, because now their role can be projected with clarity, without bureaucratic uncertainty. The Rashford effect. In a Barcelona that aspires to dominate away from home but needs to assert itself in Europe, the Englishman is a master key. His change of pace, his sharp shooting, his ability to draw defenses create openings. And his psychological impact is immense. Opponents adjust their game plan just because of his presence. This gives more space to the other stars, and in elite football, a few centimeters make all the difference. Szczesny, the goalkeeper for the big nights. In the Champions League, where every detail counts, his experience is priceless. He reads crosses, organizes his defense, and, above all, doesn't waver, even in the 90th minute, even in tight matches, even in penalty shootouts. His registration, now a natural fit, is a major asset for European nights. Gerard Martín, the silent utility player. In a team full of stars, players like him are the difference between a group that holds on and one that always dominates. Versatile, intelligent, tactically disciplined, he is the architect of victories, the one who shores up the scaffolding when the wind blows hard. Internal competition, the engine of performance. With registrations in order, the coach can finally make selections based on performance, context, and form. Every training session counts double, rotations make sense, and young players see a real path to the first team. That's the nature of great clubs. Fierce competition for the starting 11, but healthy competition based on merit. Squad depth, a necessity. With the 1:1 rule, Barcelona can manage minutes, avoid overload, and cover absences without losing its identity. Rashford doesn't need to play 90 minutes to be decisive. Szczesny can pace himself. Joan Garcia can handle high-intensity matches. Gerard Martin can support the starters in critical moments. Every minute well distributed prevents injuries, dips in form, and burnout. It's this invisible detail that decides titles. Confidence restored. Barcelona's fans have been exemplary. They held firm, without easy promises, without spectacle. Today, they can finally get excited on solid ground. Seeing new arrivals, seeing La Masia graduates step up, seeing the team play fluidly, this is the very essence of Blaugrana passion. The 1:1 rule extinguishes cynicism and reignites the flame. And when the Blaugrana flame burns, it moves mountains. So, what is Barcelona's ceiling this season? With Rashford up front, Szczesny and Joan at the back, and a solid midfield, does Barcelona have what it takes to win it all? Who will be the breakout player of this new normal? You tell me. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because here, we stand up for Barcelona, unfiltered, with data, with passion, and with pride. Because this year, more than ever, vamos a por todas. And let the whole world know, Barcelona is back.